Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I am the guy who picked Mauricio Shogun Hua to defeat Chael P. Sonnen. And I'm here to talk about the UFC 300 co-main event. Weili Zhang defending her strawweight title against Xiaonan. China versus China. First time ever. Rah. But I am picking Weili Zhang to win this fight. I think she is much better on the ground and slightly better on the feet. But I do think she could lose this fight on the feet, especially if she's not able to rough Yan up. Yan has great volume and excellent striking. But on the ground, I think Weili would dominate her, if not finish her. And my official prediction is she does finish her. I think Weili Zhang wins by round fucking 3 TKO. I don't know. But I do think it happens on the ground. And that's based on the losses. Each girl has 3 losses. I'll get into Yan Xiaonan's in a second. First, let me just cover Weili Zhang's. She lost twice to Rose, one 5-round fight and one round 1 TKO, just like Joanna Jędrzejczyk did. She lost those same fights to Rose. But the TKO to Rose was a lead left head kick. It landed right on the chin, and it was her chin failing her, but it was a really sneaky shot, and it's not like she was knocked unconscious. I don't know. I'm sure she suffered a concussion. But yeah, Rose knocked her down and pounced on her and got her out of there. Wasn't the greatest loss, obviously, but I don't consider it a major strike against her durability, especially because these are 115-pound women. Until you see a woman get knocked out multiple times, there's definitely some forgiveness with a chin because, again, these aren't the most dangerous humans. But that is her one finish loss. The other 2 were decisions. She lost to this girl, Meng Bo, in her debut over 10 years ago, and that girl turned out to be a good fighter anyway, so it's forgivable. And the other one being the Rose. Yan Xiaonan has 3 losses as well. She lost a split decision to Marina Rodriguez in one of the best female fights I've ever seen. Just a 3-round war. Excellent fight. Really could have gone either way, too. But her other 2 losses are finish losses on the ground. This girl, Karina Hallinan, got her out of there 10 years ago, whatever. I'm quick to dismiss losses like that, but it is a rear naked choke in round 1. So I'm just as quick to add it to my case that I'm building here in this video for her being weak on the ground. Whatever. But her other loss was against Carla Esparza. Carla took her down and TKO'd her. Got her in side control, crucifixed her. And even though Carla Esparza is one of the best wrestlers in female MMA history and all that shit, Yan Xiaonan looked worse than many other fighters that have been underneath Carla Esparza. So there's just something there. And even in the Mackenzie Dern fight, I know Mackenzie's an elite jiu-jitsu girl, but Mackenzie was having her way with her on the ground, as she would with most fighters. But still, again, I'm building a case here. And the case is that Weili Zhang will rip her to the mat and be too strong for her on top. Weili doesn't have the jiu-jitsu of Mackenzie Dern, but she's got better wrestling than Mackenzie Dern, and her jiu-jitsu isn't bad at all. We've seen her get some nice jiu-jitsu finishes. Carla Esparza with the rear naked choke, the triangle over Jessica Aguilar in her debut, I think. She's definitely crafty on the ground and beastly as well, as Amanda Lemos found out in their last fight there. That's where Weili Zhang defended her title last time, and it was dominance for 5 rounds. She ripped her to the mat and controlled her. And I'm assuming her and her coaches have spotted this weakness with Yan Xiaonan, because, again, these are some high-profile fights where this weakness has shown itself. And I think the plan A, is going to be to rip her to the mat. So the pick is Yan Xiaonan. I think even if she gets caught fighting a stand-up fight against, the pick is Weili Zhang. Gotta forgive me, these fucking Chinese names. The pick is Weili Zhang. I think even if she's caught fighting a stand-up fight against Yan Xiaonan, she is going to be the much more deadly striker, the spinning back fist over Joanna Jędrzejczyk, the steamrolling of Jessica Andrade. I'm aware that Yan Xiaonan knocked out Jessica Andrade as well, but that's her only high-profile finish. She was all finishes before coming to the UFC, Yan Xiaonan. But once she came to the UFC, it was all decisions up until she steamrolled Andrade with a nice counter right hand and some hammer fists. And you know what? Congratulations. It was good enough to get you to be the co-main event of UFC 300. So the finish came at the right time. But overall, danger's on the side of Zhang if they're caught in a stand-up battle. And even though I like the volume of Yan Xiaonan, and in most fights, I think that would give her the edge in the points battle on the feet, I still think Weili Zhang can match her. And again, throws the more significant strikes. So I'd favor Weili in the points battle anyway. But that is certainly a much more winnable fight for Yan, whereas on the ground it is not. I've got Weili ripping her to the mat, cutting through her guard, and putting her away sometime in the middle of this fight. That is the prediction, and that is the bet. Even though I'm going to throw a sprinkle at on Yan Xiaonan winning by decision at plus 450 because I'm a degenerate. But still, the pick and the bet is Weili Zhang to win by finish. I'd favor a TKO over submission, but I think either way, the ground game is the weakness, and that's going to dictate the finish itself. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit, and check out my other videos.